everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of the Popcorn Podcast. My name is Jack Logan, and I'm joined with a face you've not seen on the channel for a while. It's Mr.
Well,
Fergus
not seen
Clark.
your face on the channel for a while.
That's also true. The guy that runs the channel hasn't been on the channel for a while.
When was the last one? January?
Yeah, January, yeah. Took a little break, but we're back. We're back
And
finally.
you know what? This is a bit of a follow-up to that episode, isn't it?
It is, actually. Oh, perfect, Fergus. Yep, because we're going to be talking about the Oscars today.
Yes, we are.
I think we should just take a little moment for any fans out there of the Popcorn Podcast, all two of them.
Yep.
Where we've been. We've kind of just... I don't know if we've actually got any real excuse.
No, I've just been lying in my bed, to be honest.
I guess Christmas was a busy time.
That makes sense.
I had 12 days of Christmas, which was taking up a lot of my time. And then uni stuff as well on top of that. I don't really have an excuse for why we're starting to pack now and not in January. But
oops.
oops. We kind of forgot it existed for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we've spoken about it every now and again, and then we just never committed to date or a time. But, you know, with the Oscars, we thought this is probably the best time to bring it back.
Yeah, and we've also decided to call this Season 2 because there's been a 3-month, almost 4-month gap
we'll see
episodes.
We'll see if it's
yeah, so this is the start of a new era for the Popcorn Podcast, some might say.
I mean, it's all the same, but, you know, it's just been fucking ages since last
it's still going to be us just chatting shit, so...
Yeah.
If you guys like that, you're in for a good time.
I've got a new shelf, though.
Fergus does have a new shelf, and he's got more posters as well.
Posters, Harold in the purple crayon.
Yep, very good. And I can see Better Man peeking out there.
Yeah, Better Man, there he is.
Do you like that poster?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
I really don't like that poster.
It's the Rolling Stone cover.
Yeah, it just looks a bit shit.
In my opinion. But it's like an actual cover, is it not? Like, and then they replace it with a monkey.
I have no idea, but
I assume so.
Why have you got two Paddington Peru posters?
Just one of them's big, one of them's little, and they both have different designs on them.
Oh, is it different? Okay, that's okay then. I thought it was the same design, maybe.
Also, I like Paddington.
Yeah, but that Paddington Peru wasn't your favourite, was it?
No.
I
don't know if we've
really
spoken about that.
I really liked it. I thought it was good.
I mean, I saw it 3 times, so...
Did you? I've only seen it the once.
You
must have enjoyed it then.
Yeah, I mean, it's harmless. I only wanted to see it once, and then my good friend Crispy Chicken wanted to see it. And then also our friend Yurdacil Avon wanted to see it. So I ended up seeing it 3 times.
Oh, I'm getting hit with nostalgia. All these names.
I know. Everyone remembers Mark and
well,
we don't have any other friends. But
Chair.
Chair.
Oh, Chair.
Yeah.
Chair. I think we need to get Chair on the podcast.
I wouldn't be opposed. He'd have some great stories to tell. He was telling me earlier that he got grilled onions at Five Guys.
That's a wild story. Yeah. That's a wild
best
story.
topping, to be fair, I'll give him
it. Disagree.
Right.
On a burger, you grilled onions?
Yeah.
No. See,
at Five Guys.
I'm a mushroom guy.
Oh, no.
Mushrooms on a burger.
Why have you ruined the burger?
Oh, so good. A nice cheesy burger with mushrooms on top.
This is not a good start to the.
Do you have sauce on a burger? Sauce.
Yeah.
What kind?
It depends on the style of burger. If it's like a chicken style burger, I like mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like your kind of beef burger, I'll take ketchup on it. I'll take barbecue as well.
Mm-hmm. Did you know my preference?
No.
No sauce. No sauce at all.
No sauce.
Just the mushrooms.
Good grief. Sometimes I can go no sauce, to be fair.
Yeah, if it's just like a nice juicy burger, which Five Guys normally are, I feel like I'm getting a Pulp Fiction dialogue here. But I feel like if it's a nice juicy burger, it doesn't need sauce. Sauce almost ruins it a little bit.
I can see it. Do you get cheese on it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. But how are we talking about this? Right, okay.
Yeah, we were just saying we're going to try and make these shorter.
Yeah, so for season 2, we're going to try and make them an hour and a half if we can.
Yeah, I mean, 3 hours is not very manageable for a lot of people.
An hour and a half to 2 hours, I think, is an ideal.
No more than 2 hours.
No more than 2. We promise, guys, and watch this one go on for 3 hours. But
yeah, probably.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Oscars.
Yeah, the Oscars.
What was it? Was it the 95th this year?
97th.
97th Academy
I hope it was.
Awards.
I got 97 candles, so got the Oscars cake.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Did you have an Oscars cake?
Yeah, I got cake from Tesco.
Nice. You actually stayed up and watched the Oscars?
Yes, I did. Yep, I committed to that. I went a little party at the flat.
Mm-hmm. You've also seen most of the films?
Yeah, I've got the list in front of me from Letterboxd. I've seen 35 out of 50 things that were nominated.
Okay.
Including all the best picture stuff.
I might have a little look, see what my numbers at. So I didn't watch the Oscars.
Do you want me to send the list to you?
Yeah, go for it. So yeah, I didn't watch the Oscars. I decided to go to bed instead because we had class at 9 a.m. the next day. Which Fergus, where were you?
You didn't see me. I was sat at the back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. And your Das Avon never turned up too either.
No.
Because you were all Oscar watching. And it didn't finish till like 4 a.m, something like that.
That wasn't the problem. I could manage that. We were kind of hammered, to be honest.
Fair, because you had a drink for every award.
Yeah, we were gonna have some kind of drinking game, where it was like every time we said the word Oscar or every time Amelia Perez was mentioned, and then we couldn't decide on a rule. So I was just like, okay, we'll do it every time a trophy gets given out. Which is a stupid idea.
Okay, we won't answer how many I've seen.
Whoa, I'm interested. I'm interested to know.
Do I have a guess?
12?
Lower.
10?
Half 12.
6.
6 out of 50.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have a good chat.
Oh dear.
No, to be fair, right? I've done research this morning.
Okay.
I watched all the winners' speeches.
Well, even the Adrian Brody one.
I watched Adrian Brody.
That would have taken you all more than
half-hour speech.
Yep.
And I also watched trailers for stuff I hadn't seen.
Okay,
so I'm a bit more familiar.
The whole film, so
yeah. So I'm a little bit more familiar with some of these than I originally was. But you're definitely going to be the one that carries this podcast, I think.
A little. I will say I've got this.
Yep.
My little ballot. It's got what my predictions were on it.
Mm-hmm.
I got 15 out of 23 this year. 15,
nice. Yeah. I got 11.
That's not bad either. That's not bad.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that because, yeah, I normally don't do that kind of well. That's that kind of thing, but I done quite well this year.
I think Mark got 16, so beat me by.
Oh.
If I just fought smartly for best editing, I don't know why I thought Conclave was getting it.
Sure. There are a lot of films on here that I definitely do want to see. I've just not gotten round to it.
Amelia Perez?
No.
We'll get to that.
I've not watched the trailer for Amelia Perez. The only thing I've seen is that one clip that you showed me.
Yeah.
Man to woman to man.
Man to woman, from penis to
vagina.
It's iconic. That's all you need to see, genuinely.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even recommend going past that, to be honest.
But yeah, there are loads of these that I do really want to see. And I will see. We'll get onto it.
I want to finish up all the documentaries and shorts now that I've not seen yet.
Sure.
But I've seen a handful of things from each category. So
yeah. I think next year I'm definitely gonna put a bit more effort into.
I'll hold you to this. On season 3,
seeing some more stuff. I just end up watching stuff from past years whenever I choose to watch.
Yeah.
There's like so many films that I haven't seen from like the 80s, 90s, 70s, whatever, that I just don't have the time, and I end up watching all them. But I definitely will check out some of these because I really want to see some of these movies because they look good. Anyway, should we crack on?
Yeah, let's do it.
So let's first talk about actor in a leading role.
Okay, best actor.
It's quite a big one to start off the video. Do you want to take turns reading the nominations? I'll read these ones.
I don't have the same. Oh right, well, you people nominated.
Yeah,
sure,
just
go
to
for it. Yeah.
make the audience familiar. I'll do it in my best voice, mate.
All right, go on then.
You have to be the audience. You have to clap after.
Not clapping.
Okay, so we've got Adrian Brody in The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Chalamet, or is it Timothy Chalamet, Timmy Boy, and A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing.
My guy.
Rafe Fiennes, because it's not Ralph. It's Rafe.
Conan said we can call him Ralph.
Oh, can we?
Yeah, he said if you lost that night, then we all get to call him Ralph. So,
okay.
Sorry, Ralph.
Loser Fiennes in Conclave. And Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice.
Very good, very good. So, is the only one you've seen Conclave?
The only one I've seen is Conclave. I've seen clips of Timothy Chalamet and Sebastian Stan.
Okay.
Quite a few clips. So I'm familiar-ish with their performances. I actually know nothing apart from the trailer, which I watched. Know nothing about The Brutalist.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't say this as a film fan. The runtime really scares me about that one.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I liked the fact because they had an interval in it, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
I like that.
Give us enough time to run across the street to the shop. So
sure, yeah. And then I don't really know much about Sing Sing or Coleman Domingo.
You'll get to know it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I think it was robbed, to be honest.
Is that who you would have picked?
Yes, all day long. Coleman Domingo all day long. He is brilliant in Sing Sing.
So you've seen all of these?
I've seen all of these.
Okay.
I think honestly, no, I don't want to say it's my least favorite, but I don't think Adrian Brody would have been my pick.
Okay.
Personally, I think he's very good in The Brutalist. I think maybe who was the other person? Felicity Jones in The Brutalist. I thought she was honestly probably better, and maybe even Guy Pearce as well.
Okay.
But nonetheless, Adrian Brody was still good.
Yeah.
Timothy, I liked him as Bob Dylan. I know he put a lot of work into that role.
Yeah.
Like he learned how to play guitar and all that. Honestly, would have preferred if he was nominated for Dune.
Okay, yeah. I agree with that, to be honest. He was really good in Dune.
He was brilliant in Dune. I wasn't really huge on him until I saw him in Dune, and then that kind of changed everything for me.
Yeah. My thoughts going into it is I honestly thought Timothy Chalamet had a chance at winning.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I feel like he's getting to the point in his career where the Academy is just like, oh, okay, here's your Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? And I've heard he's really good as Bob Dylan, but has he been nominated before?
I think for Call Me By Your Name he might have been.
Sure. It's just he's a really big actor right now. Maybe one of the biggest actors in the world now.
For sure.
I just kind of maybe thought the Academy would give him almost a kind of pity award. Like,
yeah, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, here you go, Timothy. Like, here's your Oscar. You've done well. If he deserved it, I don't necessarily think so.
Not for that movie, I would say.
But yeah, he was my prediction at who was going to win, which obviously I got wrong because Adrian Brody snatched it up.
I think the race was between Adrian Brody and Timothy Chalamet, to be fair. The other three I don't think had much of a chance.
Sure. However, I have heard Sebastian Stan really good in The Apprentice.
He's brilliant in The Apprentice. He would be my second pick after Coleman, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he's brilliant. He slowly transforms into Trump over the course of the film, and it works really well.
That's pretty cool. I really want to see The Apprentice. Did you like the movie? Yeah,
I thought it was really good. And I really liked Jeremy Strong, who we'll talk about in a little bit as well. And he might have even deserved that, but we'll get to that.
Sure.
Only person we've not really spoken about is Ralph.
Big Ralph. I liked Ralph Fiennes in Conclave.
Yeah. Are we just gonna keep calling him Ralph? Yeah,
okay.
We should from now
on. Ralphie boy. I liked him in Conclave. Yeah. I don't think I loved him.
I wouldn't. He wouldn't even be nominated in my books, to be honest.
No, I watched him a video of the Scottish comedian Lemmy.
Yeah, I know Lemmy.
Reacting to the Oscar nominations, and he was like, all that Ralph Fiennes does in Conclave is just walk about and talk to people and then go, we must look into this further.
Yeah,
I need to consult someone about this. And he was like, how has he even got nominated for that?
It's a good performance.
Yeah.
But like we all know he's capable of it. It doesn't feel like he was the only person that could have played that role.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
Yeah. It just kind of feels like maybe he was nominated because, contrary to what some of the Oscars voters think, he hasn't won before. Which is a whole thing that came out recently, where some voters didn't vote for him because they thought he'd already won for Schindler's List. And they voted for Adrian Brody instead, who has already won for The Pianist.
Yep.
So what a talented and intellectual bunch they are.
Yeah, I really didn't. I wouldn't have. I don't think he gave the best performance of the film.
Really? Who would you say?
I personally would maybe say Isabella Rossellini gave the
best
performance.
Yeah,
I thought she was really good.
She made really good use of her very limited screen time.
Yeah. Stanley Tucci's also yeah. Stanley Tucci's really good in it.
I like the guy that kept like hitting the vape.
Oh yeah.
The villain. I thought he was really good.
And I can't remember. Is the guy that ends up being Pope?
Yeah,
he was really good in it as well.
Yeah, agreed. I think everyone's kind of good. They all just get a little bit of screen time to kind of come in and flourish for maybe like one or two scenes.
Yeah,
and I think that's good. But yeah, Ray Fiennes. I don't know if I would have nominated him honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's kind of my thoughts. I mean, we'll get into this a little bit later, but that's kind of my thoughts with Conclave as a whole. Good. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Kind of Oscar bait.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it and immediately was like, this is going to get nominated for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just the kind of things that the Academy
they love a Pope movie.
They love a Pope movie. So I knew it was going to get nominated for a lot of things. I didn't think it was one of the best films of the year.
No. Yeah, I would have gone Coleman all day. I think he's really brilliant in that film. There's a scene that's like his appeal hearing that I think is probably one of the best scenes of the year, in my opinion. And all day long would have gone Coleman on that.
Okay.
Also, I think he's really cool, and he would have given a way better speech than Adrian Brody.
Should we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I guess we can touch on this. We can be brief, right? We'll be brief. Stop the music. I'll be brief.
Yeah, Fergus. If I start going on a bit, just stop playing some music.
Yeah, it's not your first rodeo.
I've done this before. I've done the Popcorn podcast before, Fergus.
Yeah. So this was the longest Oscar acceptance speech in history.
Fergus, can you do me a favor? Can you hold my chewing gum for me? Hold on. Can you
catch? Oh yeah, sorry, I'll catch that. Hold on.
There
we go. Unbelievable. It really fucking annoyed me actually because he had nothing to say for 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Yep. It was so long. It broke records for the longest acceptance speech at the Oscars. And then it meant that Sean Baker couldn't come up and give an actually like important speech about preserving independent cinema.
Yep.
Which was really annoying.
I watched his I've seen his speech twice now. I rewatched it this morning, watched it after you told me about it in uni. Agree 100%. He just seems to ramble for about kind of nothing. Yeah. He doesn't really know what he's talking about himself.
He has nothing to say.
And the whole chewing gum thing was weird.
Yeah, I don't rate that.
Like, you can talk with chewing gum in your mouth.
Yeah, I understand maybe not wanting to. Maybe you could be a bit more discreet about it, you know?
Yeah, because obviously if you're not wanting to talk with chewing gum in your mouth, you're obviously, for some reason, wanting to hide the fact you're chewing gum.
Yeah.
But what he's done is show everyone by taking it out of his mouth and throwing it like 5 feet to his wife.
Yeah, I threw gum at my wife. That's not a very good look.
That was weird, I thought. And his speech wasn't great. Do you know who held the record before him?
I'm not sure.
Because I remember Joaquin Phoenix for Joker went on for a bit.
But he had something to say at least.
Yeah, he did have something to say. Adrian Brody was just, and then they started playing him out.
I love my mom, and be kind to people. Like, why?
And then they started playing him out.
Yeah.
And he was like, stop the music. I've done this before.
Which is so arrogant, by the way.
And the audience were like, he has done that before. Honestly, it honestly made my eyes roll. I was just like, this. There's something, I said this to you in uni, there's something about Adrian Brody I don't like.
I think it's never been confirmed or anything, but I think the general consensus is he's quite irritating to work with.
Sure. He seems like the type. We better not get into the film industry and then start working with some of these people. And
I know, we're going to have to delete all these.
Slating them.
But Coleman worked with me.
You just want to make a film. Sing Sing 2.
Yeah, Sing Sing 2. He goes back.
Okay, I really need to see Sing Sing. Anyway, my prediction was Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
And your pick would have been Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, but I predicted Adrian Brody.
Okay.
Okay. Best actress.
Okay, do you want to do that next?
Yeah. Or is that what you've got in front of you?
I've got actor in a supporting role next, but we can do best actress.
Okay. Am I to read the nominations in this one?
Yes, please, Fergus.
All right, we've got Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez.
Boo!
No. Mikey Madison for Anora.
Yep.
Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernando Torres for I'm Still Here. So for all you Brazilian fans, comment below to let us know that you've.
No. So I should on my Oscar nomination video, I didn't mention I'm Still Here once. When it came up, I obviously was like, okay, but I never actually mentioned it in my deliberation. Partly because I'd never heard of it, and I just didn't have anything to say. And I got spammed with comments
from eager Brazil fans.
Love
Brazil, by the way. Shout out to Brazil.
Basically calling me an idiot for
you are.
Which probably. Basically calling me an idiot for not mentioning I'm Still Here.
Well, you got a chance to apologize to the glorious nation of Brazil.
To the glorious nation of Brazil, I will not be watching your movie.
No, it's really good.
I will.
Okay,
I'll maybe watch it.
We'll touch on I'm Still Here in a bit.
I kept joking to you in uni that I was going to not go see it just out of spite for all those comments, but no, I've heard it's really good, so I'll see it.
It's very good.
Anyway, and Mikey Madison won for.
Yes, Mikey Madison won. Do you want to start with Mikey Madison?
We can start with Mikey Madison because I actually have something to say.
Yeah, and I just rewatched it the other day, so I have something to say too.
So I watched it on Monday, the day after the Oscars, after it won Best Picture, and I loved it so much. I'm going to see it again tomorrow.
Oh, nice!
In cinema, and I thought Mikey Madison was terrific.
Yes.
I thought she was absolutely brilliant, and I love to see somebody who hasn't done a lot so far in her career already winning an Oscar.
Yeah.
She's
in like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Scream.
That's kind of it, yeah. And it's kind of a nice, inspiring story, I think.
Yeah.
I really liked her performance. It gave me, I don't know about you, it gave me Margot Robbie and Wolf of Wall Street vibes.
Yeah, kind of. I think it's definitely that kind of accent. I think it's like Brooklyn.
Yeah, also a similar kind of character, I thought, in ways as well.
Yeah, very like fiery.
Yeah, exactly. And I just thought in the film, I honestly think she stole the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, because the film, she plays the title character in the movie, so obviously she's going to take a lot of screen time. But I don't think any of the other actors really outshined her. I thought she was the real highlight of the movie.
And that's an accomplishment because everyone else in the movie is tremendous on her own.
Yeah.
Compared to her, but yeah, you're right.
I'm just really excited to see what else she does next. Like, I want to see see if she can get a second Oscar. Like,
oh yeah, quite possibly.
Because she's still what age is she? Like early 20s?
She's in her 20s still.
So she could have a long career where she wins.
Yeah, winning an Oscar at that age is well. I mean, to be fair, didn't help Adrian Brody that much. Have you seen some of his shit that he's been in, like direct to DVD shit?
No.
Oh god. Oh, we'll talk about it later on.
Okay.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big ups Mikey Madison, who I wanted to win initially. Apologies, I've got a cough today. It's unfortunate.
Oh no,
I wanted.
are you okay? Are you okay, Fergus?
It might be like something horrible, but I think it's fine.
Have you got a little drink there?
I've got a little drink. I'll have a little drink.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe
no.
it's sepsis or something. I'm not sure.
Don't die on podcast.
I'll try not to, but at least they won't suspect foul play. I wanted Demi Moore to win personally, and I also thought she might. I knew it was between her, Mikey Madison, or Fernanda Torres. I wanted her to win, but more I thought about it. My
okay, Fergus?
I've got a very, very bad cough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've more thought about it, maybe not as much. I think it's just because I really like the substance.
Yeah.
And I think she's very good in it, but she only gets about half the screen time.
Sure.
Because she switches bodies with Margaret Qualley quite often.
Yeah. I predicted Mikey Madison for winning it. I heard, because obviously I hadn't seen it till after the Oscars, but I had a lot of buzz about her performance. Demi Moore was a close second for me in terms of who I thought was going to win. Again, I'm sure she gave a great performance in The Substance. I haven't seen it yet, which is probably the one that I will watch next because I really want to watch it. But I almost kind of thought as well that it could be a case of, come on, it's Demi Moore. She deserves her Oscar.
Yeah, like kind of Jamie Lee Curtis style.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think there's anything too upsetting in that regard this year. Like, just awarding it to someone because it's their turn or whatever. I don't think there's really anything like that.
Not really.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so necessarily, but I've heard Demi Moore is really good.
Yeah.
In The Substance.
Fernanda Torres, big fan. Haven't seen her in anything else, but I thought she was very, very good, and I'm still here. Cynthia Erivo.
Yep.
She wasn't my favorite part of the film. I think she was good in Wicked. And by the way, I don't think we've spoken about this. I'm not a huge Wicked fan myself.
Yeah, as you know, I am. Love the movie.
We can talk about that when we get to Best Picture, but yeah, I think she'll have a better chance next year, I think.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a Lord of the Rings kind of situation where Part 2 will get more awards than Part 1.
Okay, sure.
Unless it's terrible, which is possible.
I really liked her in Wicked. I thought she gave a pretty great performance. Again, not my favorite part of the movie, by far. I actually prefer Ariana Grande.
I think, I probably do as well.
I thought she was exceptional in the movie, to be honest. And
hurt my expectations.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to be able to act. But yeah, she
started as an actress, did she not? On like Disney Channel or whatever.
Yeah, but like not a blockbuster movie.
You're right.
Cynthia Erivo was good. I definitely liked her, and I really held space with her performance.
I held space too. I didn't know people were doing that.
Neither did I. It's really emotional. Really touch.
Finally, we've got.
Do we even need to mention?
Yeah, we do actually, because there's been a few things that have come out about Carla Sofia Gascon since her nomination. So for a while, I guess, and this is our first opportunity to talk about Amelia Perez. For a while, it seemed like it was going to win everything. It got 13 nominations.
Yep, I think looking back at it, I think we all got kind of swept up in the, what is this film that's getting all these nominations? Like, this could win everything.
Yeah, and I think, to be fair, there was a time where it might have. But then there was the problem of Carla Sofia Gascon's old tweets.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Without really getting into them, she has quite far-right beliefs, or she had quite far-right beliefs anyway. It's not like they're that old, to be fair, someone like a year old, but
that's mental.
Yeah, I know. She didn't have some nice things to say about the Oscars either. Not a very pleasant person as far as I can tell.
No, and the film's meant to be dog shit as well. So
It's terrible. She's not very good in it. Also, I think it's a real shame that like this is the first time a trans actress is like getting an opportunity to go up and like get nominated for an Oscar, right? As far as I know,
yeah,
and for it to be Carlos Sofia Gascon, that's not. That's really
no,
upsetting. That's disappointing.
yeah. I don't really have much to. I genuinely know nothing about her performance in the movie. I've heard all the drama and the controversy. And I loved Conan's jokes. I saw
Yeah.
them. They were great.
If you tweet about me, my name is Jimmy Kimmel.
Or the
Conan was brilliant.
Is it Anora uses 472 F-bombs, which is 3 less than Carlos Sofia Gascon's publicist used
that's right,
about the news. And I was like, that was brilliant. But yeah, I know like nothing about her performance, but you say she wasn't very, very good.
No.
Okay.
All right. So that's best actress, I guess. I predicted Demi Moore, and I wanted Demi Moore. Got that wrong.
I predicted Meg Madison, and Meg Madison won. So there we go.
Very good.
Okay, actor in a supporting role.
Supporting actor. Let's do it. What have we got?
Okay, so we have. I'm sure this could be in a different order to what you've got them in, because mine goes in alphabetical order of the films.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it doesn't. No, never mind.
No,
that's fine.
All right. So we have Yura Borisov for Anora, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce for The Brutalist. Oh no, it's not in order of alphabetical. Ignore me. Guy Pearce for The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice, and Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain. And so, Kieran Culkin snatched that one up.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with him again. Yep. Deserved.
Sure.
Loved his performance. And a lot of people say he just played himself, but he brought a lot more to it than that. You know, and even if he was playing himself, he's a funny guy. I like Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, I really like Kieran Culkin. I think he's my favorite Culkin. If I were to,
I would agree.
And I think he's a really charismatic person. Really loved his speech, his winning speech. I thought it was really good. In terms of A Real Pain, I don't know much. I watched the trailer. That's kind of all I can go off. But he looks like he gives a good performance in the film.
I think a lot of people underestimate Jesse Eisenberg in that film. He's really good as well. He goes toe to toe with Kieran Culkin. Pretty. He holds his own.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people forget Jesse Eisenberg's a good actor.
I know.
Because he does do some weird choices.
Yeah.
Now You See Me and stuff like that. Even though I don't hate those films. Yeah, Lex Luthor. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people forget he's a good actor, and I think a lot of people forgot. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like a lot of people forget Kieran Culkin can act too. But yeah, I don't know much about the film. You really liked it?
Yeah, big fan of A Real Pain. Should have gotten Best Picture nomination, maybe. Just saying.
Sure.
Edward Norton. I'm just picking these at random. Sure. Edward Norton, thought he was fine. Yeah. He wouldn't. I think he was only nominated again because of his like whole legacy actor kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I've heard he's pretty good in A Complete Unknown. That's kind of the attitude I got from it as well. It's you have to give Edward Norton a nomination, because it's Edward Norton. But yeah, I've heard he's fine in A Complete Unknown. Yeah. Let's talk about Yura Borisov for.
Let's do
it. Really good performance.
Yeah, I'm a fan of him. Would like to see him do more stuff. Well, he has done other stuff, but I've not seen any of it.
Yeah, I would agree. I thought he gave a really good performance in the film. Yeah, I don't actually have that much to say.
No, me neither.
Really great.
He's funny, and him and Mikey Madison. I was going to mention this earlier. They both solved the final scene really well, I think.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, I would actually say out with Mikey Madison, definitely the other best part of the movie.
Yeah.
He's brilliant in the film.
Apart from Tauros, of course.
Oh, you're a big Tauros fan.
Yeah, I love Tauros.
What about Guy Pearce?
Guy Pearce, very good.
Yeah.
Best part of the film, maybe apart from again Felicity Jones. Actually, not the best part of the film. Score, best part of the film.
Sure.
Yeah, I liked him. I really don't have a lot to say about The Brutalist.
Yeah.
I just watched it and I thought that was fine.
Yeah. What did you give it?
3.5.
Okay, I thought you liked it a lot more than that.
Nah, Noah liked it a lot more than me, which I didn't understand because he's the attention span of a twig.
Yeah, it's a not a good sign when you've got nothing to say about a 3.5 hour
I know.
movie.
I mean, I can tell you, I liked the first half more than the second, and I didn't think the ending was very good.
Okay, sure.
But beyond that, yeah, it's fine. I liked it to an extent.
Okay. And then Jeremy Strong for
Jeremy
The
Strong.
Apprentice.
He would have been my overpick. I was kind of rooting for Kieran Culkin, but if not, I would have wanted Jeremy Strong.
Sure. Yeah, I heard Jeremy Strong's really good in The Apprentice. And I actually heard a lot of buzz that he might win it.
Yeah, I think
he was quite a bit of buzz around him.
It was between him and Culkin.
Yeah,
which is kind of ironic because they played brothers in Succession.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I like Jeremy Strong as well. I think he's a very serious actor, but I respect that a lot about him.
Yeah. I predicted Kieran Culkin for going to win this one, and yeah, he did win. But yeah, I was kind of between that and Jeremy Strong for me.
Overall, not a terribly interesting category this year, I thought.
No,
the winners seemed kind of obvious, and yeah.
I would agree. So let's move on to actress in a supporting role.
Shall I read them aloud?
Go for it.
We've got Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Grande for Wicked.
Yep.
Felicity Jones for Brutalist. Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, and Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez, who would also go on to win the category. To great upset on my end.
Yeah.
Do you want to start on Zoe Saldana?
Sure. Again, Amelia Perez, I don't know too much about. I've heard that Zoe Saldana is the best thing about it.
That's what I was going to say. She probably is. That's not a good thing.
I kind of really want to watch Amelia Perez just to see what all the fuss is about.
You know what? I thought it was going to be like such an awful thing that it would be quite funny to watch.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking boring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
It takes so long. And the musical numbers are awful, as you know, with Penis to Vagina and such like.
Yeah, I've seen El Mal, because that one.
Yes, El Mal.
That was awful. That was awful. But we'll get to that.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, I really like Zoe Saldana. I think she's a good actress. I think she seems like quite a nice person. Like
ish.
Yeah.
As nice as actors and actresses go, I suppose.
Yeah, but I don't really have anything to say about her. I don't think she maybe should have won this.
Out of all of these, she would have been my last pick.
Sure. Okay.
I wouldn't have been nominated if I had my way. But,
okay, should we move on to... Let's talk about Monica Barbaro for...
Yeah, I can do.
A little bit.
You've seen her in Top Gun Maverick, right?
Yeah, and she's quite good in Top Gun Maverick. Yeah. I wouldn't have ever predicted she was ever be going up for an Oscar.
No, me neither, to be honest, having seen A Complete Unknown. I liked her in the movie, to be fair. I don't know if it was like best supporting actress. So
who does she play in A Complete Unknown?
I've forgotten her name. I've got Letterboxd right next to me. I can tell you.
Okay.
She plays oh god, maybe I can. Joan B is Joan Bays. Joan B. Yeah, she plays Joan.
Big Joan. She plays Big Joan.
Yeah, she plays Joan. And she is good. I do like her in it. I don't know. I mean, she was never gonna win.
Sure.
But I don't know if she should have been nominated.
Okay. Ariana Grande we've already kind of touched on a little bit.
Yeah, I like her in Wicked.
I really like her in Wicked. She was my prediction for winning, if I'm being honest.
Your prediction?
Yeah.
You thought she was gonna win?
I honestly thought she was gonna take it. It was between that and Isabella Rossellini for me. That's who I predicted was gonna win. Yeah.
Zoe Saldana won every other award though.
Oscars can do something different.
Yeah, but that's not usually how it goes.
Conclave won BAFTA for Best Picture, and Anora won the Academy Awards. So
yeah, I know, but you gotta look at all of them. You gotta look at all the big awards. That usually dictates the Oscars.
Well, my prediction was Ariana Grande, and obviously it was wrong.
I think she could get it next year. I could see it happening next year.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought she was really good in Wicked. I thought she was pretty great. Pretty great.
She was funny. She was very funny.
Yeah, agreed.
Felicity Jones was my pick to win. Personally, if I could have chosen someone, sure. I did predict Zoe Saldana, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I would have picked Felicity Jones. Again, she's really good. And what's incredible about that is she doesn't even appear until after the intermission as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She just steals the show. She carries the second half on her back, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard she's really great in the film. Yeah. Again, there isn't a lot I can say about the Brutalist. I literally know nothing about it.
I can't say much about it either. I've forgotten everything that happens in
it. But yeah, I've heard she's really good in it, and I quite like Felicity Jones. I think she's a really good actress.
Yeah.
I've seen her in quite a lot of things, and she always turns in a good performance.
I'd agree with you. Yeah. And then finally, there's Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah.
First of all, I liked her outfit, blue velvet. Nice tribute to David Lynch. More than the Academy bothered.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I really liked her performance, as I've already said.
She was funny in Conclave, and I liked the scenes that she was in.
Yeah.
I don't know if she gave enough to get nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
That's valid. She actually isn't in it a lot.
No, she has about 5 minutes.
Yeah. But I thought for how much she's in it, she kind of steals the show whenever she's on screen.
I would agree with you on that. It does, at the same time, kind of feel like one of those, again, like, we've got to give it to Isabella Rossellini kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I really loved her performance in Conclave. I thought she was really great. So you predicted Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, and sadly she won.
Yeah. I honestly thought Ariana Grande could have took it. But yeah, I would have liked maybe next year. Yeah, maybe next year for Ariana Grande, but yeah, Zoe Saldana sadly took it this year.
I fucking hate Emilia Perez. Right. Let's move on. Let's move on to what have we got next?
On my list, we've got animated feature film.
Animated feature. All right. What's nominated?
So we have Flow.
Flow.
We have Inside Out 2.
Mm-hmm.
We have Memoir of a Snail.
Mm-hmm.
We have Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, and we have The Wild Robot.
First of all, shout out to my boy Gromit for getting nomination. I love you, Gromit. If you want to meet up with me one day, I'm so down.
It was actually one of those categories where I was like, there's a couple of things that could take this.
I genuinely didn't know what was going to win it. I just picked it random. Any one of them could have taken it, except I think Wallace and Gromit.
You didn't think Wallace and Gromit was going to take it?
No, I don't think so.
Sure. The only one I didn't think was going to take it would be Inside Out 2.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, I don't think it deserved it.
No, neither do I. But I didn't think Inside Out 2 was going to.
Yeah, I think it was just the kind of Disney Pixar thing.
Yeah,
because I think it's been 3 years since Disney last won that now.
Sure.
But for a while, it was like every Disney film would just win.
Yeah. I could kind of see Wallace and Gromit winning it, and it being like a big mental thing that's happening.
I'd have liked that. I'd love for Gromit to go and get his Oscar.
Hasn't it won an Oscar before? Hasn't one of the previous won the Best Animated?
Yeah. Curse of the Were-Rabbit did.
So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I was like, it could have won it because it's won it before. It's been a while since we've had a Wallace and Gromit movie.
Yeah. Also, kind of makes sense why it didn't then, because it's already won, and that's how the Academy feel about Ralph Fiennes. Did you see The Wild Robot?
I didn't see The Wild Robot, but that is what I predicted for winning.
That's what I predicted too.
Okay,
but I would not have been pleased. I wouldn't be upset either. I would have just thought, okay, fair enough. I didn't think it was as good as people said, to be honest.
Okay, I heard a lot of good things about it. But I've also heard a lot of good things about Flow, which ended up winning.
Yes, and that was a surprise.
It's not out here yet, is it?
It's not. Otherwise, I would have seen it by now.
Yeah,
I really wanted to see it before the Oscars, but
it looks really interesting. Nice, a nice animation style to it.
It was made in Blender, I think.
Okay.
By a very small group of people, so it's cool that it won.
For sure.
And it was also nominated for international film as well. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll probably will check that one out when it comes out. It looks like a really interesting film.
Yeah, no dialogue, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And Memoir of a Snail is the one that I'm not too familiar with.
I loved it. I only saw it a couple days ago, but I loved it.
What's that? I'm guessing it's about a snail, and it's his memoir.
No, it's about an Australian girl voiced by Sarah Snook, who is the third Succession cast member that we're mentioning. And it's just kind of about her life, really. It's a very tragic life, unfortunately. Sure. It's called Memoir of a Snail because she's kind of obsessed with snails. She's like a snail hat and everything.
I thought it was about this little snail guy that just come out.
Nah, that'd be nice. I mean, there's snails in it. There are snails to be seen. So if you like that.
I don't know why, but in my head I had like Marcel the Shell with Shoes On vibes going on. Like there's a wee snail kicking about, just doing things and that.
That'd be nice. I'd watch that.
But it's definitely the one out of these that I know the least about.
It was directed by Adam Elliott, who directed Mary and Max, which I've not seen, but I really want to, and I've been wanting to for years.
Sure.
There's like nowhere to watch it.
Oh, okay.
But it looks really good. And Memoir of a Snail is beautiful. I mean, it's kind of ugly, but that's the point of it. It's like very dirty, and the characters look really, really nasty as well. But I really like that.
Yeah.
I've got a list on Letterboxd of my top 101 films, and it's in it currently. So.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I predicted The Wild Robot. I'm actually kind of happy Flow won.
Yeah, me too.
Especially now you've told me that it was made by just a small group of people on Blender.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. Support independent cinema and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Memoir of a Snail, by the way, took 8 years to make.
That's a long time.
I know.
I'm just glad something like Flow won over Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I would have taken any of them because so much work went into all of them, but not so much Inside Out 2.
Yeah, how long Wallace and Gromit take to make? Because they films take a while.
Yeah, I would have taken years as well, I imagine.
Yeah.
I watched Inside Out 2 for the Oscars and was not really impressed, to be honest.
No, I really liked it personally. There's something about it that I didn't gel with. I think it was a bit too on the nose with some of its commentary.
Yeah, I'd agree.
It tried so hard to be emotional that it kind of lost all emotional connection with me.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I thought it was a good movie. And it was well animated and stuff.
I didn't think it was better than the first one, which I'm a fan of. It felt almost a bit like a retread of like Joy gets sent away to outside the control room, and meanwhile the emotions are running it in there and they're fucking it all up for Riley and all this.
Yeah.
And she has to get back and sort everything out. It just, I don't know. It felt like I'd already seen it almost.
Sure. Yeah.
It had a few new concepts, but
I get you. Okay, do you want to move on?
Yes. What have you got on your list?
The next one I've got is animated short.
Animated short. All right. I'll be brief here then.
Yeah, you can speak through this. I know nothing about any of these.
Okay, I'll read the nominees. We got Beautiful Man, In the Shadow of a Cypress, Magic Candles, Wonder to Wonder, and Yuck. So I only got to see 2 of these, unfortunately, and I had to. I'm not going to say how I watched them, but you know.
Sure.
I watched Beautiful Man, which was a stop motion film about 3 men who go to Turkey to get hair transplant.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. I wasn't really moved by it all that much, but I liked the art style. It was very much like Anomalisa, which I love.
Sure.
And even its setting as well was reminiscent of that. And then the only other one I managed to watch, sadly, was Yuck. And I do mean sadly because I did not enjoy Yuck very much.
Okay.
It's
not fun?
Nah, it felt It's about like whenever you want to kiss someone, your lips start glowing pink, and then the kids are like, "Yuck! People are kissing. That's disgusting." But then secretly, the main kid does want to kiss. And then it's just about that, and I did not enjoy it, and I didn't think it looked very good. I thought the art style was pretty poor.
Okay, sure.
The only one of these I really wanted to watch was Wonder to Wonder, which looks really good, and I tried to watch it earlier, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Sure. Do you know much about In the Shadow of the Cypress, which won?
All I know is that it won. I don't even know what it's about, really. I've got Letterboxd here. I can tell you what it's about if you want.
Sure.
I can't be fucked reading all that. Maybe I'll watch it one day.
Sure.
Magic Candies, I know nothing about either.
Okay, then let's swiftly move on. I'm guessing out of the two you've seen, Beautiful Men would have took that for you.
I think so. I was rooting for Wonder to Wonder just because it looks right up my street.
Okay, got it.
And Toby Jones is in it, so.
Oh, sweet, cool.
Love Toby Jones.
Okay, next on my list is cinematography.
I thought it might be. Yours is alphabetical, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So the nominations are The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu.
I know you're creaming yourself at the last one there, but yeah, I mean, right. First of all, I'm just gonna say I didn't watch Maria.
Okay.
So don't know anything about that.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what it is.
Angelina Jolie's in it. It's kind of a biopic, I think.
Okay. Sure.
I know your dad Sullivan's seen it, and he thought it was mid, but I asked him if his cinematography was good, and he said it looked very good. So there you go.
Sure.
You can see why it's nominated. Emilia Perez, I don't see why it's nominated.
Yeah, from what I've seen of Emilia Perez, it actually looks quite an ugly.
It is very ugly, and not in the way like Memoir of a Snail is ugly, and it still looks really nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's just ugly. It looks Netflix produced, which I think it is, or at least distributed by Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like it. It almost feels like they got cinematography mixed up with choreography.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe they did.
I could understand if so, but
would not surprise me that some of the people working at
knowing
the Academy.
Some of the musical numbers looked okay, but aside from that, and definitely not shit like Penis to Vagina, you know.
Sure. Let's briefly touch on The Brutalist then.
Which one?
Which one?
Not upset about it. Looks really good.
It looks like a beautiful film.
It's very nice.
The cinematography does look incredible in it, and it is what I predicted to win.
Yeah, I predicted Dune. I think it should have won, but Brutalist nonetheless. Very beautiful. I'm sure you've seen that shot of like the Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
And
yes.
The one with like him looking down and there's like sparks and all that.
Yeah.
Famous shots. It's very nice looking.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful looking film. And then the other two that we've got to go through is Dune Part 2 and Nosferatu, both which I've seen.
Yeah, you've seen these. That's good.
For my actual pick, I was really jumping between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I edged just slightly to Dune Part 2 in terms of cinematography. But Nosferatu is still a beautiful, breathtaking looking film.
And I wish it was nominated for a couple more things, to be honest. But
I agree. Before I saw Anora, it was my favorite of the year. Really, well, you've got it in 2025, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
still,
got it in 2024, right?
Only been dethroned by Memoir of a Snail at this point.
Sure. But yeah, I thought Nosferatu was a terrific film and looked amazing. The cinematography in that was just beautiful.
As with all Robert Eggers films.
Yeah, he's got a way about a camera that not a lot of other people can do.
I think he uses a lot of like natural lighting as well.
Sure. But Dune Part 2, wow.
Oh, on another level.
Yeah, it just looked. And I'm not a big Dune Part 2 fan. I like the film.
I'm surprised by it.
Yeah, I've got issues kind of in the story department with it. In terms of visuals and how it looks, it's breathtaking. Actually, is insane. Better looking than the first one, I would say.
Yeah, agreed. The opening scene where it's like really orange, I love that. I love it looks so fucking good. And the black and white stuff in the Colosseum as well.
I was about to say that the kind of stadium fight that's black and white, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I really need to rewatch it. I need to give it another go.
Yeah.
I think I've said to you before. I put it on at, I think it was like 10 at night. I was tired and I had a headache. So probably wasn't the best viewing conditions for a 3-hour film. But I'll give it another go soon because my granddad really wants to watch it.
It was Greg Fraser that did the cinematography, wasn't it? Yes. And he done the Batman.
Yes.
So yeah, would have been nice for him to get a nomination, or well, he did, but to win it. I mean,
yeah. I would have gave it to Dune Part 2. But yeah, I predicted The Brutalist. It seems to be more the kind of thing that'd be up the Academy's street in terms of cinematography. I think.
If we could just go back to animated short for a second, I forgot about this. Is this the one? I think it might have been animated short. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is the category where the woman was reading her speech off her phone, and then the guy snatched it from her and said, "No, you're doing this wrong," and then just continued to read it as it was.
I didn't see that.
That's unbelievable because I don't think she was like English speaking, but she was doing a good job with it nonetheless.
I need to watch that after this.
I think that was for animated short.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have.
Not a robot. It was one of the shorts, I'm pretty sure.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, in terms of cinematography, I would have gave it to Dune Part 2. I would have loved Nosferatu to also win. I wouldn't have been upset by that by any means. Brutalist is kind of what I expected.
Yeah. Emilia Perez makes no sense. Well, get out of here.
Sure.
You know.
Okay.
Is it costume next?
Costume design, yes. Yeah. Go for it, Fergus.
Okay, it's my turn. A complete unknown. Conclave. Gladiator 2, which is behind me.
Yep.
There he is, Paul. Nosferatu. And Wicked. Wicked won.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Wicked won.
No, me neither. And honestly, I was rooting for it. I wasn't rooting for it in many other categories, but for costume design, I thought definitely deserved it.
Oh, I agree. I was between that and Nosferatu. I thought the costumes in Nosferatu were really cool.
For sure.
Conclave.
That was an odd one. Now, I know a lot of work goes into it, and I know we did a lot of research into like what people wear, and there's a lot of like hidden details even in like the necklaces and all that they wear.
Yeah.
But
everyone wore the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just what cardinals wear, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone looked the same. There was not a variety of costumes in it at all.
That's fine because I know a lot of work's gone into it, but at the same time, there's nothing for Dune here, which is unreal. The costumes in Dune are spectacular. Like
Agreed.
Rebecca Ferguson's costume, brilliant. I don't know what that's about.
What about a complete unknown?
Like again, it's not bad, and it's like appropriate. It's accurate, I guess, to the period. It's kind of like Oppenheimer was nominated for this last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's fine. Again, it's not entirely exciting, but at the same time, a lot of work goes into making it as accurate as possible.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
so I can understand.
And Gladiator 2, which you must be a massive fan of, Fergus, seeing as you've got a poster on your wall. You must love Gladiator 2.
I don't even love Gladiator 1. Like Gladiator 2, I'm glad it was nominated for one Oscar and nothing else. Yeah. But to be fair, for costume design, I could see it. The costumes were good in Gladiator.
Yeah,
I like Denzel Washington's outfit.
Yeah, I've seen the first Gladiator, really liked it, and then heard nobody liked Gladiator 2, so I didn't rush out to see that one. Did Noah like it?
Yeah, Noah liked it.
That's not surprising.
I was falling asleep.
Where are you?
Yeah, really didn't care for it.
What did you give it?
2.5, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing to see that one. Let's just say that. I will watch it because I've seen the first one and I like to watch the sequels, but I'm not rushing to see that one. Honestly, Wicked prediction and pick.
Same. And happy with that.
I thought the costumes in Wicked were spectacular.
Yeah, all of Ariana Grande's outfits, for example.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Really, well deserved.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, directing.
Directing. Okay.
Directing, please, Fergus. Go for it. Is it my turn to read them out or your turn?
It's your turn. Your turn.
My turn. Okay, we have Sean Baker for Anora.
I barely knew her.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I actually knew you were going to say that.
Not that predictable.
Brady Corbett for The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
James Mangold for A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then bear with me with these next two names. Jacques Audiard for Emilia Perez. And Coralie Fergat?
I think it's Fargiet.
Fargiet.
I don't
The
quote me on that.
Substance. And Sean Baker won for Anora.
Sean Baker, yeah, and well deserved. I'm a fan of Sean Baker. I've seen 3, I think, of his films. Because I've also seen Tangerine and The Florida Project, which I both enjoyed tremendously.
Yeah.
Florida Project, I think, is my favorite of his films.
Okay. It's one I really need to get on. Willem Dafoe's in that, right?
Yes, Willem Dafoe's in it.
Yeah. Anora was my first Sean Baker movie. Really, really loved his style of directing. And also, what I've seen of him, love him as a guy. He seems like a really down-to-earth, nice guy.
I know there's been a bit of, well, I guess you could say controversy.
What have I just supported?
He follows a lot of accounts on Twitter that are a bit dodgy, like far right kind of stuff, and like IDF and all this. But I think he is actually kind of left leaning to an extent. Okay. I think he follows these accounts as almost research for his characters.
Sure. Okay.
That's what we're going with anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll let him off with it.
I've seen his winning speech, and he seems really passionate about film.
Yeah.
And
well, which one?
What do you mean?
Oh, he was up there like three or 4 times, was he not?
Best directing one is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought his speech was really good, and
what he was able to fit in after Adrian Brody.
Yeah, exactly. I just thought he seems really passionate about film, and it was nice to see. Do you know
he has a Letterboxd account?
Yeah, I followed him today.
Yeah, I've been following him for a bit.
Do you know he used to do like wedding videos?
Did he?
Yeah, that's what he started off doing before he done feature films.
That's pretty interesting.
Little tidbit there for you.
Tangerine was filmed on an iPhone.
Yeah, I did know that.
Everyone knows that.
I really need to see some other stuff by him. His direction of Anora was great. I've heard that's good. I've heard all his films are really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, his direction of Anora was just fantastic, I thought. Absolutely beautiful looking film. And I don't know, I guess I can put this down to him a bit. Well, yeah, because it would have been his choice, but good choice of music and songs. And stuff.
Take that.
I really love to Take That song.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice it came out.
Yeah, really, really, really good, I thought. Yeah, just what a director. Really liked him.
Yeah,
and he was my pick and prediction.
Well, I'd picked Coralie Fargiet, possibly.
Sure. Okay. For the Substance.
Yeah. I guess Brady Corbet we can talk about. Used to be an actor, I believe, turned director. He's directed Vox Lux, I think it's called.
Yeah, I've heard of that film.
Which I'm not familiar with. But yeah, he does a good job in The Brutalist for sure. Definitely earned his flowers for that.
Yep.
James Mangold for A Complete Unknown, I'm not sure about.
Now, I love James Mangold.
I know you love James Mangold.
Really, I think he's maybe one of my favorite directors. Personally, love like Logan, love Walk the Line.
Yeah, those are the 2 films of his I like.
Cop Plan's good. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Nope. I think I'm pretty mixed on them as a whole, to be honest. I've seen, I think, 4 of his films, and I liked 2 and didn't like 2. So
okay, sure.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a toss-up whether or not I'm going to enjoy a James Mangold film.
Sure.
Didn't really love A Complete Unknown, to be honest.
Yeah, I know you weren't big on it. I don't really know much about his direction of A Complete Unknown. I just really like him as a director, so I'm sure I think I would actually really enjoy A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, you probably would. It's more up your street than mine.
Yeah, so I need to give that a go. But really like James Mangold as a director. Whether he should have won this, I don't think so. Maybe from the way movies are looking, like I've seen how all these films look. Brady Corbet and Corley Fargiat.
Yes.
And Sean Baker would all have won over James Mangold,
sure.
I think. Jacques Audiard for Amelia Perez.
What a joke. What a fucking joke. Right, well, you know what? I guess at this point we're going to touch on some of the controversies with Amelia Perez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a movie about a trans Mexican woman.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, trans people hate it.
Yeah.
Trans people say this is a poor representation of us.
Yeah.
Not only that, Mexicans hate it. They say this is a poor representation of us. So why the fuck then did he make this movie? I'd like to know. He didn't do any research into it, clearly.
It's a strange one. Yeah. I don't know much about him as a director. But yeah, it doesn't look like a well-directed film at all.
No. I mean, it's got some cool concepts in there, I guess. But like, there's a karaoke bit that's fine. But I don't know. No, Amelia Perez should not be getting awarded for anything, to be honest.
Sure. My pick and prediction was Sean Baker. And you picked Sean Baker, but predicted Coralie Fargiat, is that right?
Other way around.
Other way around, you picked. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I really wanted Coralie to win that. I think
she
was so good at directing The Substance. There's a lot of homages to other directors like Kubrick, for example.
Sure.
Yeah, I love The Substance, by the way. I'm just gonna say now, would have been my pick to win Best Picture.
Okay, sure. I really need to watch it.
Substance. And I need to see some of her other films. I think it's Revenge that she made.
Okay, sure.
Need to see that.
Yep.
But yeah, would have loved her to win.
But maybe happy that Sean Baker's won.
Yeah, Sean Baker would be my backup. So
sure, cool.
All good.
Okay, documentary feature film. Fergus.
How many of these have you seen?
None. I couldn't even tell you what any of them are about. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, allow me. We've got The Black Box Diaries, No Other Land, Porcelain War, soundtrack to a coup d'etat. You like that?
Yeah, it was very good, Fergus. Nice pronunciation, right there.
Thank you. And Sugarcane.
Yep.
And No Other Land one, which is great.
Yep.
Now I've not seen Porcelain War, and I've not seen soundtrack to a coup d'etat, but I would have liked to. I would have liked to see both of them. Porcelain War, I think, is about Ukraine, so would have liked to have seen that. And soundtrack to a coup d'etat, I think it's about like civil rights in America, and it's about like black musicians.
Probably not something we should be laughing at, but
no, it's nothing. None of these are anything to laugh about, Jack. These are all very serious documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
Sugarcane, I did watch. I didn't love Sugarcane. It felt a bit directionless, but it was about these old like Indian schools that this segregation, horrible mistreatment of these schools. People getting killed and all that. So obviously an important film to cover. I'm going to say that for a lot of these documentaries and that, but not what I loved. I saw the Black Box Diaries. I really enjoyed that. Actually, I thought that was a really good documentary. Yep. It's about a Japanese journalist who was raped by another journalist in Japan, and that guy was like friends with President Shinzo Abe, so he kind of got away with it. And it's her kind of quest for justice, I suppose.
Okay. Yep.
It exposes a lot of what's wrong with the legal system in Japan.
Yep.
And I think it's really good. It's really worth a watch. It's on iPlayer.
Okay, cool.
So if you get a chance, I'd recommend that.
Cool.
But No Other Land deserved a win for sure. Really important to have that film come out now. It starts in 2020, I think, or maybe 2019. And it's about, Israel coming in and taking over Palestine, essentially. It starts out with them demolishing homes. And yeah, it's really quite a brutal watch, to be honest. And
so
I think everyone should watch it.
That would have been your pick?
Yeah. Even though I hadn't seen it when the Oscars were on, I still went with that because I thought it's very important.
Sure.
And yeah, cool. I'd say essential viewing at the moment.
Cool. And then if we move swiftly on to another one you can talk about, documentary short.
Yeah. Okay. I saw 2.5 of these.
Okay.
Do you want to do the nominees?
Yes, can do. So we have Death by Numbers, I Am Ready, Warden, Incident, Instruments of a Beating Heart, and The Only Girl in the Orchestra.
And that won.
Yes. So
no, I've not seen that.
Orchestra won.
It's on Netflix. I've not watched it.
Okay.
But off the bat, I'm not sure that it should have won.
Okay.
I've also not seen Death by Numbers, which I believe is about a school shooting. So, another. Oh, these are all quite serious, actually.
Another cheery watch, I'm sure.
I started I'm Ready Warden. I never got to finish it because Noah showed up to interrupt everything. So,
fucking Noah.
as always, I wasn't really into it anyway. It's about a guy on death row who stabs someone like 30 times,
Uh-huh.
and then he wants to like kind of make a connection with the victim's son before he dies. So I don't know. It felt a bit like manipulative emotionally. But
yeah. Okay.
whatever.
I got you.
I did see Instruments of a Beating Heart, which you can watch. It's either on the New Yorker website or the New York Times for free. It's very nice. It's actually quite a nice film. It's about a little girl who she wants to play the big drum.
Oh, okay, sure.
Concert. And if you go on Letterboxd, all the reviews are just saying it's like Whiplash for 6-year-olds, and it genuinely kind of is.
Cool. That sounds actually quite. That sounds quite nice.
It's nice. It's only like 13 minutes, I think. So if you have a chance, I'd watch it.
Yeah, sure.
And Incident is also in the New Yorker, and it would have been my pick to win personally. I also predicted it, but was surprised that it didn't. It's about the police murdering a black man.
Okay.
An innocent black man, I should add.
Yeah.
And it's really well made. It's all through body cam footage and like security cameras.
Yeah.
And it's really well made, I think. Really great documentary. I just watched it before we started recording. And I really loved it.
Sure. What's The Only Girl in the Orchestra about?
It's about the only girl in the orchestra, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, fair guess, considering Memoir of a Snail was not about a snail. I don't know what to do anymore.
I actually don't know what it's about. The description's very long again. It's about a double bassist.
Okay. So maybe it's about an orchestra.
The first female musician in the New York Philharmonic in 1966.
Okay. And you've not heard good things?
I've heard middling things.
Okay, sure.
I've not watched it yet. It's on Netflix, so I'll give it a chance at some point.
But Incident would have been your choice.
Incident, yeah, brilliant. Again, would recommend that. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Okay, next up we have editing.
Editing. And is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
All right. We've got Anora.
Mm-hmm.
The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
Conclave.
Mm-hmm.
Emilia Perez. and Wicked. What is going on here?
Wicked.
So that's a bit puzzling.
I love Wicked. I would not have given it a nomination for editing.
No, and what is going on with editing? Like who picks these films?
See, ever since Bohemian Rhapsody won editing, it's went downhill.
It's just become a joke. It's such a joke. Like, these films were edited, I'll give them that, but beyond that.
Yeah, so Wicked and Emilia Perez, I think.
Let's not even touch on Emilia Perez.
Yeah, let's just both say that they shouldn't have been nominated.
Yeah.
Conclave, I think, is a well-edited film.
Yep, I both picked it and predicted it. Although, having rewatched Anora, I would have picked that. And
so
also predicted
I
it.
think I predicted Conclave as well. I can't fully remember.
Mm-hmm.
And The Brutalist, what would you say about the editing? Fine?
Yep, well edited, once again.
And Anora was well edited. Good.
Yeah, it was well edited. That's all there is to say about it. Like, they don't pick
category. Editing's such a weird category.
Yeah, they just picked like a random 5 films. Yeah, they were pretty well edited, weren't they?
Wicked's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I actually think
no, I know. I think aside from A Complete Unknown, these are like the 5 films with the most nominations, right? As far as I can tell.
Yeah, I think so.
So I think they just go with like good film must have good editing.
Yeah, probably. That sounds like the mental capacity of
pretty much.
Good film, that must mean good editing.
Yes, therefore. Is it okay?
I predicted Conclave and Anora won for that one.
Yeah.
Not unhappy about Anora winning. It deserved everything, but
out of all them, I'd say best edited, in fact. So
sure.
There you go.
Okay, international feature film.
Yes, it is. I've seen All but one. Oh no, I've seen 3 of these. Sorry.
Okay. Do you want me to read the nominations?
Yeah, it's your turn, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
So we have I'm Still Here, which is
Big ups Brazil.
Brazil. The Girl with the Needle from Denmark.
Big ups Denmark.
Amelia Perez from France. The Seed of the Sacred Fig. I was going to say pig there. Seed of the Sacred Fig from Germany.
Big
and
ups
Flow
Germany.
from Latvia.
Big ups Latvia.
Is the only one you didn't do France?
Oh, I must have forgotten to. Oh well. Let's just move on.
Yeah, so I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I predicted Amelia Perez was going to win this.
I did not. Okay, I predicted the winner.
Well done.
Yes, thank you.
I thought it was between Amelia Perez, Flo, and I'm Still Here. Mm-hmm. I didn't really think The Girl with the Needle or The Seed of the Sacred Fig had any chance, if I'm being honest.
No.
I went with Amelia Perez simply because of how many nominations it got.
Yeah.
I thought,
like a couple of months ago, it might have won.
Yeah, exactly.
After everything, no.
Yeah. But yeah, I've heard you loved I'm Still Here, so I'm guessing you're happy that won.
I am happy that one. However, would you believe it? It was not my pick to win.
What was your pick to win?
Guess.
Amelia Perez.
Yes. No.
The Girl with the Needle?
Yeah. I didn't see Flow or Seed of a Sacred Fig, although I would really like to see Seed of a Sacred Fig as well.
Yeah.
But I watched The Girl with the Needle the other day when I was coming back from my hometown, coming back to Edinburgh on the bus. Yeah. And I thought it was really, really good. Actually, I was a really big fan of it. It's on Mubi, so if you get Mubi to watch with Substance, maybe if you do a trial, you could also squeeze in Girl with the Needle. Big fan.
Cool.
Very bleak film, though.
I'd never heard of it before the Oscar nominations. What's it about?
It's about a pregnant woman in Denmark post World War I. It's not a very happy film at all. It's very bleak, in fact. Okay. It's 2 hours of misery, but it's very well done. So
sure.
Yeah.
You're still happy that I'm Still Here.
Yes, nonetheless.
You're still happy that Amelia Perez just didn't win.
Yeah, that's what everyone wanted at the end of the
day. Okay, we better start trying to get through these if we're going to meet our hour 30 target.
Oh well, that's not happening.
Okay, let's do makeup and hairstyling next.
Oh, is it not live action short?
I've got makeup and hairstyling.
Okay, I just thought because it was alphabetical.
Okay, do you want to do the nominations?
For makeup?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we've got A Different Man, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. And The Substance one, which I'm very pleased by. Both my pick to win and my prediction.
That's the least unsurprising thing that's
at
the Oscars. Everyone was thinking in makeup department, The Substance was going to win.
Yeah, absolutely, and well deserved.
Yeah.
The Substance should have won every category, but such is life. Again, we're not going to touch on Amelia Perez even.
Yeah, let's not bother. The makeup in Substance looked really cool.
Yeah,
looks awesome.
Yeah.
And I thought Nosferatu looked really good. In terms of
Bill Skarsgård looked so fucking good.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, he didn't look good, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, obviously I've not seen The Substance, so I'm going off of what I've seen. I think Nosferatu would have got it for me.
Yeah, sure.
I thought Bill Skarsgård looked just incredible in that film.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked. Yeah, sure. I mean, they painted someone green. Yeah. So.
I mean, more obviously more goes into it.
They know how to work a paintbrush. Cool.
Yeah.
And A Different Man, I've not seen.
I keep getting it confused with A Complete Unknown for some reason. Yeah, A Different Man, to be fair, very much deserves makeup and hairstyle. The prosthetics we put on Sebastian Stan at the start are very convincing, actually. Sure. You could honestly, I wouldn't even have known it was Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
I will just say about Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed Bill Skarsgård's porn stash.
Yeah.
I
just love Bill Skarsgård in that movie. He was fantastic.
He's so good at playing monsters.
Yeah. Agreed.
He's the creepiest man on earth.
Yep.
Well, in a good way.
Yeah, he's like the modern like Bela Lugosi kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I really want to see A Different Man. Really want to see it. I've heard really good things about it. You liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's good. Adam Pearson, I would have loved to have seen get a nomination, but
yeah, that would have been nice. But I'm guessing your pick and prediction was The Substance.
Yeah, well deserved.
Yeah,
so
it was my prediction too.
And the best scene in the film involves makeup. So
sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Next up, I've got music original score.
Yep. You want to do the nominees?
Yep, we have.
Surely this will include Dune Part 2.
Well, that's what I wanted to win.
Me too.
Originally, but it's not an original score apparently. But we have The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot.
And the Brutalist one was.
The Brutalist one, which I'm sure you won't be too unhappy about.
I predicted Conclave would win.
I predicted Conclave would win. I really like the Conclave score.
But I picked the Brutalist.
Okay.
I wanted the Brutalist to win. I loved the score in the Brutalist. It was for me the best part of it. No, I know I've said Guy Pearson, Felicity Jones, but actually no, it was the score. I loved the score.
If Dune Part 2 was there, would you have picked that?
Yes.
Okay, I agree.
I'm not sure.
The music in Dune Part 2 is fantastic.
I'm not sure what their boundaries are when John Williams gets nominated every fucking year for just reusing the same score for Star Wars or Indiana Jones. I don't.
Yeah.
How?
It's weird. And Wicked getting a nomination is a bit of a strange one as well, because surely part of that is songs for like the instrumentals for the not original songs.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't understand that. I couldn't pinpoint a score in Wicked now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's just the unoriginal music that's been used on Broadway for years.
Yep.
So surely if that gets a nomination, Dune should get a nomination. But hey,
not exactly. But oh well.
And Wild Robot.
Yeah, good score. I like the score.
Sure.
Preferred Conclave and the Brutalist score wise.
Yeah.
I liked the score in Conclave. I think maybe kind of overused almost. It was almost like they're spamming the score.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was a good score.
What about Amelia Perez?
So anyway, what's the next category?
Did it not have a good score?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, sure. Okay, we have music original song.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to
my turn?
Take it away?
We have El Mal from Amelia Perez.
Yeah.
The Journey from the 6888. Like a Bird from Sing Sing. And don't worry, Amelia Perez fans, because we've also got Mi Camino from Amelia Perez. So for all like 5 of you maybe out there, that's good. And Never Too Late from Elton John. Never Too Late.
That's a strange nomination.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we can talk about these. So, well, we're going to anyway.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start here? Like El Mal, that one.
Let's talk about Amelia Perez's songs.
Yes. Okay.
So
Mi Camino is dreadful.
Okay. I've not seen Mi Camino. I've seen El Mal.
Yeah.
Listened to El Mal. I watched the clip.
And it's actually quite a good scene. I hate to say it.
No,
it's quite a good scene. Well, you have to realize
out of context, I didn't love it.
When you've slogged through Amelia Perez for an hour, getting a scene like that is such a breath of fresh air.
Sure.
Like it's actually kind of energetic.
Sure.
In any other musical, it would be forgettable, but for Amelia Perez, it's like that's what I think of. Apart from Penis to Vagina, no nomination for vaginoplasty, by the way. Disappointing.
So Mi Camino's not good?
No. It's one of Selena Gomez's songs. Did not enjoy that.
Okay. Do you know anything about the 6888?
That's Tyler Perry's movie.
Okay.
Set during World War II. I know Oprah Winfrey's in it, I think. And Dean Norris.
Okay.
He has a small role. I know that much.
Okay. Sure.
I've seen one clip from it and it looks fucking awful. But it's Tyler Perry for you, so there you go. Yeah. This song, I've listened to all the songs, even though I haven't seen Elton John or 6888. And I kind of forgot about The Journey as soon as I finished it, to be honest.
Sure.
Just kind of mid. It was a fine song. I don't know. I'm not going to watch the movie, so. Yeah, there you go.
And Like a Bird from Sing Sing.
You can imagine that was my pick to win, as
Yes.
it was the only good song nominated. So that definitely helped it out. Also, maybe I'm a little biased because it's Sing Sing.
Yeah, sure.
But fucking Criminal didn't win. It's actually kind of a banger, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
then
Sing Sing should have gotten way more nominations too.
Yeah, sure. And then Never Too Late from Elton John. Never Too Late. It's a weird nomination.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they must have been struggling. They were like, the only ever musical was Joker 2. That was like the only ever thing had original songs. So
yeah, exactly.
I get it. I get it. I listened to Never Too Late, and it was just the most generic Elton John song of all time.
Yeah,
Like, you know exactly what it's going to sound like.
Yeah, I've listened to Never Too Late, and I agree. It's very, very generic Elton John.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe would have picked a Joker 2 song over.
Honestly, I wouldn't be. I mean, especially when 2 songs from Amelia Perez were nominated.
Yeah,
that's how you know they were desperate.
Yeah, and I'm sure there was an original song. Was there not an original song in Wicked?
I think so. If not for Springsteen Part 2, I'm sure.
I'm sure one of them in Wicked wasn't in Broadway, so surely that could have got a nomination as well.
Yeah, you'd think.
But yeah,
no.
What a weird category.
Yeah, Like a Bird should have won. The rest of it, forgettable. Joker 2 was the one. Like, this is the one category where I would have accepted the Joker 2 nomination.
Yeah, I agree. I'll join you. I've not heard Like a Bird, but I'll join you in that one.
Yeah,
because
thank you.
I've heard Sing Sing. You've said Sing Sing's right, so I'll join you in that one. Okay, next up we have production design.
Yeah, your turn.
My turn. So we have The Brutalists, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. And Wicked won.
Which one? Yes. And kind of deserved. I gotta say. Now, I will say none of it looked good on screen, but from the behind the scenes footage, very impressive. The sets were fantastic. The props, the costumes, all very well done. It's a shame that the terrible cinematography didn't do any justice. But you know,
I disagree. But whatever.
What? So everything looked like brown and beige.
It didn't all look brown and beige at all, Fergus. It was a very colourful film.
It was all backlit.
No, Fergus. It looked. I thought it looked good, and I thought the sets were really good. Would not have been my pick.
No, and it wasn't my pick either. Although I wasn't upset at one.
What was your pick?
Dune.
Yeah,
but also Nosferatu. I would have taken that as well.
Looked amazing as well. Yeah,
its production design was fantastic.
Yeah,
I loved the old sets. I really liked that.
Yeah, the film really done a good job of immersing you in that kind of era.
Yeah,
and I thought a lot of that was to do with the sets.
Yeah, they showed like footage of the behind the scenes of the sets when they were going through the nominations, and it kind of brought me back to like an older film, to be honest. You know, like these old street sets. I really like that.
Yeah, Conclave. Yeah.
A lot of it was filmed on a green screen.
Conclave?
Yeah, I think so. I think some of it was, at least.
Because
they couldn't film inside anywhere, so and like they weren't even allowed to go in some of it, I think. So we had to like use their imagination for a lot of it.
Sure.
Because conclaves are such like private and secretive things.
Yeah. Sure. It looked production-wise looked fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
And Brutalists. Look good.
Yeah, would rate that, to be fair. I mean, I'm not a fan of brutalism as an art style generally, but I can respect it enough, and they do a good job at conveying it in film. You know, a lot of the sets look really good. But Dune Part 2 would definitely be my pick to win.
Yeah, mine too. I would have went Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and then probably Wicked under that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
But I'm not totally upset with one. Like you said, there was really impressive sets in Wicked.
It was a good race between the nominees, I think, for that category.
Yeah.
But Dune definitely deserves it. I mean, like the Emperor's ship, for example, I really love that. And again, the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Man, I wish it won. I think similarly to what I've been saying about Wicked, I think Part 3 is when it's going to get all the trophies.
Sure.
Because that'll be similar to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We have next live action short film.
Okay.
It's your turn, I think.
Yes. Okay. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to do this because I have no idea how to pronounce this. I think it's Alien.
Mm-hmm.
And unless there's a space for some reason, like a typo, and it's meant to be alien, but I'm not sure. Anuja, I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
I'm Not a Robot, The Last Ranger, and The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. I don't even realize I've watched 4 out of 5 of these.
Oh, nice. What one have you not seen?
The Last Ranger, which was the one I actually wanted to watch. So, yeah.
And I'm Not a Robot 1, which I've heard is a very, very controversial pick.
I was surprised by that. I didn't think it was bad per se.
Yeah.
But it would not have been my pick.
Okay.
I don't know. I watched it with my flatmate Owen, and he was not a fan of it at all. He hated it.
Sure.
He just moaned the whole way through it. Personally, I was not a huge fan. It was similar. I don't think you've seen this movie, but I think you've seen like probably trailers for it or something. Companion that came out.
Oh yeah. Sure.
It was very similar to that, with like this woman kind of discovering she's a robot, and then all this. It was fine. I mean, Companion, I would say it's better. But
sure.
That's because it's got Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher. So.
Sure. Yep.
I watched Alien. Thought it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's about like immigration in America and like how kind of fucked up the system is, and it doesn't work. And I mean, important to get that message out, but I didn't think it was the best made, to be honest.
Sure. Okay.
I watched Anuja just earlier on before our little online seminar we had for uni, and I liked that. It was quite a heartwarming little film. I liked the dynamic between the two main characters, or like sisters. It has a very like ambiguous ending though. It just kind of stops, and you have to kind of imagine for yourself how it ends. And I didn't really like that. I wanted to see what was going to happen, but oh well. And then The Last Ranger I've not seen, but I know it's about rhino poaching, so I did kind of want to see that.
Okay, cool.
And The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent, my pick and also my prediction to win. I really like that one.
What's that about? Is that a man that can't remain silent?
Yes, it is. It is. It's about these people on a train that get stopped. The army come on. They're looking for, I think, immigrants. I think.
Okay.
And this guy stands up to them.
Okay.
The man who could not remain silent. Therefore. But
wait, that's the title of the movie.
That's the name of the movie. Yeah, definitely the best one. But I wasn't huge on any of them that I watched.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say they couldn't believe I'm Not a Robot.
Yeah, that was surprising. That was the last thing I expected them to say, to be honest.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have anything to really say. I've not seen any of them. I'm kind of interested to check out I'm Not a Robot, just to see what the fuss is about. How long is it?
It's like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's on, but I didn't pirate it, so it's on something. It might be Paramount.
But you didn't pirate any of them, Fergus, right?
No, I did not. No.
I
didn't. No, of course not. Anyway,
let's move on to sound.
And your turn.
So we have A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Dune Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. And thank goodness Dune Part 2.
Yeah, I mean, if
the
I
sound
didn't
in that film,
earthquaking,
fantastic.
Honestly, I was so fucking shook by some of the sound in that film. Tremendous. Yeah. If you get a chance to ever do this, because sometimes we do kind of replay it, watch it in IMAX. So fucking good.
Yeah, sure.
Similarly, I watched A Complete Unknown in IMAX. And I can't say the sound was that memorable, but it was probably not bad.
Yeah.
We happy to skip over Emilia Perez?
I'm happy to. I'm always happy to skip over.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Wicked. I really like the sound in Wicked. That sound was great in Wicked.
It wasn't memorable to me, to be honest. But okay.
No. Not even the ending.
I mean,
surely.
All right.
No, I after Dune Part 2, it's my pick.
Okay. Wild Robot again is kind of an interesting one. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it, why not, right? I mean, I don't think I would have picked any of these except Dune Part 2, but there you go. Sure.
Yeah, I agree. It was Dune Part 2, and then I stepped down, then Wicked, and then kind of the other two. And then Emilia Perez at the bottom, of course. Of
course, where it belongs.
But I'm so happy Dune Part 2 won this.
Yeah.
The sound in that film was
agreed.
Unbelievable. Even just watching it at home, Like the sound was unbelievable on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really happy that one won. And I'm happy Amelia Perez lost another category.
Yes, despite being nominated for 13 things, it only took home 2 Oscars, which is quite pathetic, actually. Amelia Perez.
Yeah. Fuck you, Amelia Perez.
Yeah, get fucked.
Okay, visual effects.
Visual effects. Oh, exciting. Okay, hold on. Let me locate it on my sheet. Here it is. Okay, we've got. Oh, brother, Alien Romulus. Better man. Yes. Dune Part 2.
Yep.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
I don't know why I made a face of deserves it. And Wicked for some reason. Okay.
Dune Part 2 won.
Dune Part 2 won. My
so
pick and my prediction. So there you go.
Yeah. The other 4 I'm kind of a bit confused on. Even Wicked. The one thing I didn't like about Wicked was the effects. I thought
like the monkeys, for example, looked quite off.
The goat teacher.
Yeah. All the animals looked really wrong. I didn't like any of them.
So wasn't a big fan of that. I mean, Planet of the Apes films always look quite good.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't think it looked that much better than the one before it, to be honest. I'd even say the one before it looked a bit better, but
okay,
that's just me. I mean, I liked the orangutan. I thought he was quite convincing and also very cool. My favorite character in that movie.
Better Man.
You know what? Why not? Just why not?
It's got a CGI monkey in it.
Yeah, and it looks half decent.
Yeah,
let's give Robbie Williams an Oscar.
No.
They should have had him perform, man. If he went up and played Rock DJ, that would have been so good. I don't know why. And I guess actually, I kind of wanted to touch on this earlier, but I forgot to.
Yeah.
Pardon me. No performances of original songs this year. I can't imagine why.
Because they were all crap.
Yeah,
they actually had to resurface some old Bond songs just to make.
Yeah, I know. Oh well, do you want to talk about that briefly?
Okay, I've since watched it. Didn't think it was terrible.
No, but
I think it was maybe
a waste of time.
Well, I think it was maybe better me watching it as a YouTube video than as a part of the Oscars.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit pointless, I thought. And especially when you brought up. Now, you know I'm not a big Lynch fan, but they could have done a tribute to Lynch.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Instead of a tribute to the Bond people who aren't even really, they're not even retiring. They've just sold Bond.
Yeah.
To Prime.
Yeah.
And yeah, they could have done a Lynch tribute there, I think, easily.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what they were thinking with this Bond tribute. It went on for so long as well. Longer than Adrian Brody's speech somehow.
I honestly thought like they could have done even just like clips of Lynch's films with a singer performing Blue Velvet or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that would be perfect for that kind of...
Absolutely.
But, yeah. Oh, well.
I think Amelia Perez has more Oscars than David Lynch's entire filmography.
That's mental.
Yeah.
That's actually mental.
Yeah.
Alien,
can I just say one more thing about Bond? Sorry.
Yes, you can.
Who the fuck were these people? They got out for it. So we had Margaret Qualley to start with.
Yeah.
Which I like her.
Looked good. Yeah. I think she could be a Bond girl if you wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
She looked good.
And then there was someone from the K-pop group Pink that came out.
Is it? Wait, no, it's not Ray. Who's Ray?
Oh,
is that Ray?
Yeah, Ray was another one that came out as well. Yeah,
and
then Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
What the fuck is this? What is this bizarre lineup?
Yeah, strange, very strange.
There are people that have sung Bond songs that are still alive.
Yeah, exactly. To be fair, it's kind of what I expect from the Oscars.
Yeah, we had Billie Eilish perform a Bond song last year, or not Bond?
Exactly.
Song. Yeah,
exactly.
Get her back. You know, what a waste of time.
Alien Romulus.
Right. So, Alien Romulus. I like the special effects from Alien Romulus, but there's one thing I don't like, and that is CGI deepfake Ian Holm.
Yeah.
Which looks, first of all, it looks atrocious. Second of all, quite disrespectful, I think.
Sure.
But, it genuinely looks atrocious. and
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. His cyborg head looks better in the first Alien, which is not an accomplishment. Not something to be proud of.
Yeah, I've seen clips from Alien Romulus. I haven't seen the movie yet. Yeah, that I've seen a picture or a clip, or I can't remember, of that, and yeah, it doesn't look good.
It's really annoying because I really liked Alien Romulus apart from that, but like it's just left such a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I was talking to you yesterday about deepfake Miyagi.
Oh yeah,
in the
oh
last
bro,
season of Cobra Kai.
yeah,
And it's kind of on a similar level with that. I feel just
yeah,
it looked kind of a bit uncanny valley, and it just kind
yeah,
of takes you out a
absolutely.
bit. And yeah, it's a bit disrespectful, I think, to do that to someone. Just
Even if you have the permission of the family, I don't think that's enough, to be honest.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, so happy Dune Part 2 won this because it looked incredible, looked absolutely insane. Okay, we've got.
All right, before you say it,
Yeah,
we're just looking at what I've got. So all I can see that's left is the screenplay awards, right?
screenplay and then best picture.
And then best picture, of course, yeah.
So let's do adapted screenplay.
Is that first? Okay.
Yep.
Is it my turn?
No, it's my turn, I think.
Okay.
Okay. So we have A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Conclave.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia Perez. Nickel Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And Sing Sing.
Okay.
And Conclave won
Conclave
this.
was a winner here, which I wasn't thrilled about, but like I wouldn't say it's a bad screenplay, as far as I can tell. I've not actually read the screenplay for any of these, but based on what I can imagine, it's probably quite decent.
Yeah.
I would have wanted Sing Sing to win myself, as you can probably imagine.
Sure.
Or Nickel Boys. I would have been happy with Nickel Boys.
I've heard really good things about Nickel Boys.
I love Nickel Boys.
Yeah.
That's
another one I really need to watch then.
Only nominated for 2 categories. That's a shame. It's really good.
That and Best Picture, right?
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah.
I mean, not complaining. Absolutely
Yeah.
deserved. But, it's really good. It's like Peep Show. It's like from their POV.
Oh, okay, cool. That's cool.
I really like that.
I like that. Yeah.
I think I can be off-putting for a lot of people, but I've seen Peep Show twice, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, Conclave was my prediction of what was going to win. I just kind of felt it had this one a little bit in the bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Probably Nickel Boys or Sing Sing is a bit more deserving.
Yeah, I'd agree. I don't even know what A Complete Unknown is based on. I just assume some kind of biography about Bob Dylan.
Yeah, definitely. And Amelia Perez, I didn't even know was adapted from anything.
Me neither.
So there you go.
I'm not 100% was adapted from, but it's probably better than the movie.
Yeah. It may actually be a work of art. Who knows?
Yeah, possibly.
But yeah, I'm not unhappy about Conclave winning this.
No, me neither. It's solid.
Yeah, solid pick, but yeah, Sing Sing or Nickel Boys would probably be a better pick from what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then we have original screenplay, which is your turn.
Yes, it is. We've got Anora.
Mm-hmm.
A Real Pain.
Mm-hmm.
The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
September 5th, which I've not watched, and The Substance, which I was very pleased got a nomination. Didn't win. Anora won, which I'm fine with. But The Substance, I'm not sure because I've not read it. Yeah. But I have been told The Substance is like a really fun screenplay to read. So I'm actually trying to seek that out.
Yeah. I'm happy Anora won. Part of me honestly suspected A Real Pain might win it.
I would have loved A Real Pain to win, written by Jesse Eisenberg, so he would have gotten an Oscar at least. Yeah.
I don't think I picked it, but no. I can't remember what I think I picked Anora, like predicted Anora to win. But A Real Pain, I think was honestly my second too.
Yeah.
I was like, this definitely has a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think September 5th is a strange one to have in there.
Yeah. I've not watched that movie. It doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, I know it's about like Palestinians holding Israel athletes hostage, and it just doesn't seem like a very good time to release that.
Yeah.
And also from the trailers, it kind of gives me like Argo vibes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It looks like Argo. It looks like Ben Affleck directed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Brutalist.
Brutalist.
Sure. Yeah.
Why not? Sure.
Yeah.
It's probably like 1,000,000 pages long, but
yeah. But yeah, decent category. I'm happy Anora won.
I would have liked The Substance win, and also won the best screenplay at Cannes last year.
Sure.
So I thought that might kind of help it, but I did predict Anora.
Sure. Okay, the last category.
Yeah,
the big
best
one.
picture.
Is it my turn?
Sure is.
Okay.
Unless you want to do half and half.
Okay, let's take turns.
Okay.
I'll kick us off. Anora.
Assuming we're doing this in alphabetical order.
That's how mine is.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Anora.
The Brutalist.
A Complete Unknown.
Conclave.
Dune Part 2.
Oh, mine is a bit smudged. I can't see what that is, so we'll just have to skip it. No, it's Amelia Perez.
I'm Still Here.
Nickel Boys.
The Substance.
And Wicked.
Yeah, and Anora won, as everyone knows.
Anora won. What was your pick to win?
Anora was my prediction.
What was your pick? Like what you wanted?
At the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't actually know, Fergus. I mean, at the time, I'd only seen the three of them.
Right.
And the one that I enjoyed the most was Wicked. But I didn't necessarily think that was going to win or want that to win.
No.
I think it was either going to be Anora, The Brutalist, or Conclave was going to take it.
Yeah, that was pretty much the race. And Amelia Perez was in the mix for a bit.
Yeah.
Before Carla Sofia Gascon.
Yeah. And I'm kind of happy Conclave didn't win.
Yeah.
Because I liked that film fine, but didn't love it.
It's a good movie, right? But first of all, it's kind of Oscar bait. If we're being real, it's kind of Oscar bait.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, Anora, I'm really happy.
Anora, you know what? When I watched Anora, if you told me that's going to win Best Picture, I wouldn't have believed you, but I wouldn't have complained.
Yeah. I actually, if we cast our minds back, Fergus, you and Mark asked me when it got in, when all the nominations were just about to be released, what's winning Best Picture, and I said Anora confidently.
You did say Anora confidently,
and I got ridiculed for that.
I don't think you got ridiculed.
I got ridiculed. I go, Anora's never going to win Best Picture, Jack. You fucking idiot.
No, right? Don't you fucking dare put words in my mouth. Like I never said that. It just seemed at the time like The Brutalist was going to win, or Conclave. I didn't think Anora had it in it, but it's like a low budget independent film, and I'm happy it won.
Yeah.
And it became apparent that it would win.
I'm fooling around, Fergus. Just fooling around.
Okay.
I did get told that Anora's never going to win this.
Maybe by Mark. I think you might have gone your wires crossed here. I think I agreed with you. I think I said Anora, all day long, for sure. I believe.
Okay, so should we just quickly go through these one by one and then call it a day?
Yeah.
So
I'll take us up to 2 hours.
Yeah, Anora, good film.
Good film, very good. I mean, the thing is, we've spoken about pretty much all of these pretty well.
Just kind of final remarks.
Yeah.
Final remarks.
Anora, very good film.
Very good film. Really happy it won. The Brutalist.
Decent film.
Yeah. I've not seen yet. I will definitely watch it. It's just the run times scares me. And
tremendous score.
Yeah. Especially since people have been telling me it doesn't really warrant that run time. That makes me even more.
No. Falls apart in second act.
Sure. A Complete Unknown.
Nope.
I definitely want to watch because I think it would be something that would be up my street. But I know you're not a big fan of it.
No, I'm not generally not a huge biopic fan. I did like Walk the Line, which James Mangold done, but I don't know. I will say, right, one thing. I know we love Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash, but I thought I think it's Boyd Holbrook that plays him in A Complete Unknown. I thought he was better. Just saying.
Okay,
he's very good. He's probably my favorite part of it.
Okay,
I thought he was tremendous.
I need to check this out then. Conclave.
As we said, good film, kind of Oscar bait.
Yeah. Dune Part 2.
Love Dune Part 2.
Yeah. It's just, I thought it was a bit boring in places. That was my biggest thing I didn't like about it, because I seem to have been praising it this whole video, being like, oh, visually it looks amazing, sound it looks amazing, but writing wise, I think it could have been touched up a little bit.
I think it's pretty much perfect. There's a few bits where it kind of drags a little, but I'm not
sure.
You know, I love it, and I think it's better than the first one for sure. Although I have since rewatched the first one, and I enjoy that more now.
I'm more of a fan of the first one.
On rewatching Dune 1, I do enjoy it more than I did the first time.
Yeah.
But I still think Part 2 is marginally better.
Okay, I do need to rewatch Dune Part 2, so nobody hold me to this, because I might change my mind. But
before we move on to... before we move on to that thing next, I did just want to say, Dune Part 2 snubbed in a lot of categories.
Yeah.
Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Austin Butler all could have taken trophies. Obviously, Denis.
Quite honestly, adapted screenplay could have took it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Why was that? Yeah, where was it? Why is it not an adapted screenplay?
Yeah, it's a strange one.
Especially when Amelia Perez is there. What the fuck?
And a complete unknown, right?
That is unreal.
Speaking of Amelia Perez.
Yep, here it is. So overall, what have we got with Amelia Perez? We've got a movie that doesn't like Mexicans. It doesn't like trans people. It's got women to man to woman.
It's to vagina.
There's one song that is kind of decent. There's one performance that's kind of decent. Cinematography is poor. Everything it's been nominated for is poor. It's a poor film. It's a very, very poor film, Jack. Why is it nominated for Best Picture? 1.5.
Well, that's quite high.
I know. You know what? The more I've sat on it, the more I've thought this is 1 star.
Yeah.
I might go down. But the thing is, when I give a film 1 star, it's kind of fun to watch, right?
Sure.
1.5 is like, it's bad, it's really bad, and it's boring.
Yeah, I get you. I'm Still Here, which you love, you really
Big
love.
ups Brazil. Yeah, very good. Based on a true story as well.
Oh, is it?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will watch it. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise to all my Brazil fans out there, I'll watch I'm Still Here.
I think if I had one issue with it, maybe it could have wrapped things up a bit better. Not that I dislike the ending, but it kind of does that Return of a King thing where it doesn't really know where it wants to end.
Sure.
And it's like, it ends here, and then it's like, but then also this happens. And we'll just end it one more time. So,
I get you. Nickel Boys, you really love.
So good. Should have been up for cinematography for sure. Easily one of the best looking films of the year.
In terms of, because I know the big thing was Nickel Boys or Sing Sing's going to get the nomination. What would you have picked?
Sing Sing.
Yeah,
I think
you would have rather Sing Sing was there instead of Nickel Boys.
Yeah, but overall, I'm still really glad Nickel Boys got the nomination.
Sure.
I'm surprised Sing Sing didn't as well.
Yeah, it's a strange one. The Substance.
Love it.
You loved. That was your pick for Best Picture?
My pick to win. Yeah. Well, I predicted Anora, but
yeah,
would have picked The Substance. I adore The Substance. The Blu-ray comes out at the end of the month. I will be first in line to get it.
It's a movie Blu-ray, right?
Yeah. I've saved space on the shelf to put with the others.
Yeah, I really need to watch it. It'll definitely be the next one that I watch from the Oscars.
Yeah.
Really want to see it.
It's so fucking fun and so silly. I love it.
Yeah. And finally, Wicked.
Okay.
Love Wicked. Love Wicked.
Yeah.
Can't wait to rewatch Wicked. I've got the 4K on pre-order.
Okay.
Can't wait to watch.
Look, I mean, I'm not even going to pretend like I dislike it. I think it's decent.
You looking forward to part 2?
Not really, but I'll watch it.
Okay.
I have heard that part 2 in the stage show is worse. I've not seen the stage show, but I've heard it does fall off in the second act. So that's already not a great sign.
I would probably agree with that.
But you've seen it.
And also, I always remember the second half's a lot shorter than the first half. So I don't really know how they're going to make a movie out of that, like a full.
They made a 2 hour 40-minute film out of part 1. So
true.
Yeah, that is my biggest complaint with Wicked. Like, why is it 2 hours 40? That's the same length as the stage show, and for me, it doesn't really use it well.
I'll be honest, it was one of the quickest films I've ever seen.
Really?
Pace and wise, it was fantastic.
Oh, it was a drag for me.
2 hours 40 was over in a flash for me.
Nah, I mean, there's been worse. Like Emilia Perez is 40 minutes shorter, and it felt longer. But you know, it was a bit of a slog for me. Also, I didn't think Michelle Yeoh was very good in it.
Sure. Okay. Do you like Jeff Goldblum in it?
He's okay until he has to sing.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. And
there's like. Oh. Sorry, can I say one more thing?
Yes,
I don't want to keep hating on Wicked, but the yellow brick road bit where it's like, oh, are we gonna make it red or maybe
quite like
blue? We don't need it, man. We don't need to know where everything in Wizard of Oz came from.
I like that. I thought it was a bit of fun.
Okay.
But yeah, that is our thoughts on the 97th Academy Award nominations and the first episode of season 2 of the
podcast. We have run up to the 2 hours that we said we kind of didn't want to, but to be fair, 23 films to talk about.
Yeah.
Or not even 23, 23 categories. 50 films in total.
Yeah.
So I think we've done quite well.
I think we've done very well, and we'll hopefully try and keep them a bit shorter. Yeah, and also hopefully get these podcasts out a bit more frequently.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about they won't be as frequent as they once were.
Yeah.
But maybe one every 2 weeks is kind of what we're thinking.
Every fortnight.
Every
fortnight.
No.
It's my impression of Willem Dafoe in the light.
On second thought, I retire.
Oh, okay, I'll take
no more popcorn podcast. You can do all your Fortnite jokes.
I do my Willem Dafoe impression for 2 hours.
Yeah,
you're fond of me lobster, ain't you? I seen it. You're fond of me lobster.
I don't know what the next episode will be, but I'm sure we'll sort something out.
Yeah.
And maybe over summer when we get a bit more freer, we can make these a bit more frequent again.
Perhaps, yes.
Okay, thank you.
It's good to talk about the Oscars. I've had a lot of fun.
And it's good to be back. It's good to be back in the Popcorn Podcast. I've missed it. I have missed it.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And can we say one thing about the Oscars? Sorry.
Last thing, Fergus.
Big ups to Conan O'Brien. Did a very good job hosting the show this year. Much better than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, normally I'm not a big Conan fan, but what I've seen, I thought he was really good.
I love Conan. I think he's very funny. And he does a very good job. Not every joke landed, but the ones that did were really good. Sure. And I liked that he had like a tribute for the Los Angeles firefighters as well.
Yeah, that was really nice. I saw that. That was really.
And he would also always like call attention, like this is the first Latvian film to win an Oscar, for example.
Yeah,
so that was cool as well.
Yeah, definitely. He was a good host. I hope he hosts it again.
Yeah, me too. Please not Jimmy Kimmel again.
It could be Jimmy Kimmel again.
Please. No. I would watch it if it's him again.
Okay, thank you to everyone for watching the first episode of season 2 of the Popcorn Podcast. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
All that
jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Goodbye.